Hello there guys, and welcome back to Reborn with Michael. Today I am talking about I fell in love with anxiety and why I loved my anxiety, and it actually helped me manifest and change my life. And now this conversation here is not meant to be triggering for those of you who are suffering with anxiety. I know the feeling. I had chronic anxiety for a year and a half, so I know this. It's not meant to trigger you, but I'm going to tell you why I fell in love with it, because it actually was the solution for me to create the life of my dreams. You can let go of it once you fall in love with it too. So if you like Spirituality Simplified, please consider sharing and subscribing. Also, comment down below if you find this video helpful. Comment down below, I'm willing to let go. I'm willing to let go. Anxiety has no power over me anymore. Why I'm going to tell you that is because this is what the video is about. You fall in love with what your body's showing you. And there's a reason behind it. Just before I jump into it, I do have a free Facebook group I would love you guys to check out. And I want you to check me out on Instagram. I also have a photo shoot that I'm doing on Thursday. So I've got some new photos for my website and other things with a good friend of mine from my acting days. Would you like me to do some behind the scenes footage of that? Comment down below if you would as well. I think it could be quite a fun video. Anyway, so what are we talking about today? I fell in love with anxiety. Why? Well, let me tell you some truths that you need to know firstly, which will help you to understand why I fell in love with it. Your mind, you can get it to claim anything. That's the beauty of us. I can tell myself I'm a millionaire. I can tell myself I'm healthy. But one thing that's always going to happen is your body is going to be your lie detector. It's going to tell you how you really feel from your subconscious mind or your deeper mind or the divine mind. So what happened when I had anxiety, and I have had it come up even in more recent years, okay? So what I was trying to say is actually what you need to understand is it's actually the most exciting thing for you. Now, I've also talked about this with problems as well. You must become excited when your body starts to show you these things. And I help people who have high level anxiety. So I'm not belittling it. It's very uncomfortable, but I fell in love with it because it was showing me what I really felt about life. No matter how much you affirm, visualize or pray, if your body is still reacting with anxieties and things like that, you haven't convinced your subconscious mind or your deeper mind of what you want to experience. So you are going to not create the thing that you're wanting to do. So instead, I fell in love with my anxiety. I started to observe it, be intrigued by it. Well, here's some truths you need to hear about anxiety before we go any further. Anxiety is a sensation that comes on you. It isn't you. See, you are not anxious. You are not depressed. You are the person who is noticing that you're experiencing those sensations. So when you realize it's a sensation and it's partly your body showing you what you really believe, then you can be excited and fall in love with it because it's a wonderful opportunity now for growth. Now, I've been working with many people from different walks of life, but I've had a few CEOs come to me and people in high positions in businesses. Why are they doing that? Because they're realizing that when I teach them to fall in love with their emotions like this, they have an opportunity to let them go. Then once they release, you have the full faculty of your mind, energy, and your power. And this is the one step, okay? So I used to use my anxiety to show me what I was really feeling. I could go, great, okay, so I'm worried about this decision that we have to make, or moving home, or doing this or doing that. Great, I'll sit with that anxiety. I'll observe it. I won't run away from it. I won't make a decision from it, which will always end up to my detriment. I'll start to become the observer. And then there is this thing where you're going, now that I've observed, now that I've noticed, it's starting to move. So it isn't localized. So now I realize that this anxiety isn't something that is me. It's something that moves around me. This is even more intriguing now. So I'm going to sit with that more and relax. And someone said to me about doing a guided meditation. So if you would like me to do a guided meditation on here, I could even potentially do a live one. Please also comment down below and I'll get it done. But I watched it and then it would leave. And I tell you, the sense of peace. Now, if you are suffering with anxiety, it doesn't always leave immediately. But what you might notice is that it diminishes. And that space you've created is a space where you can start to lay an intention. This is how I changed it over time. What you realize after a while, it will leave you. All the stuck energy will have to leave you. It's compelled to leave. The beautiful thing from there is you've created space. The maddest, almost most brilliant part of it is that you've created a pathway to reprogram your subconscious mind. Now you can actually change. That's why anxieties and other sensations like fear are wonderful. You should celebrate when they come up because it's a chance for growth. Now, the interesting thing was, I was like, when I was first doing it, I was looking for more things I could face to make me observe these feelings so they would leave. Nowadays, I move through life in a relatively 90% of the time peaceful state. I think aiming for 100% is obviously true enlightenment, but 90% of the time, or 80 to 90% of the time, you're going to be living a great life, and you're going to have a lot of power in creating. Because think about creation. Creation doesn't effort, it doesn't force, it is a very natural thing. So once you let go of anxiety, you can find freedom. So all I would tell you to do, guys, is start to notice the sensation. Where is it? Throat, chest, stomach, legs. Where is it? Scan down to it, observe it, breathe and relax. Breathe, watch. Who is it inside me that even notices this? That's your awareness. Now, I've noticed that my awareness happens to be the divine spark within me. So I'm going to start to watch it from there. The awareness, like the light that shines on the darkness. Anyway, I fell in love with anxiety. I started to use it as my teacher, as my tool. It was showing me what I really believed. After a while, I had less and less anxiety. Now that meant that I have a belief that I'm cared for, that I'm safe. The beautiful thing about the energy of peace and safety is it's very freeing, very creative, because now when you make an intention, you can keep your mind on that intention without it faltering. You can start to focus because you have space, you have clarity. And what are we told? A long-held intention will manifest. What you think about consistently will manifest. Well, once you have dealt with the energy inside of you, you can then become very clear on your image. How many of you are out there who keep swifting and changing and jumping from idea to idea to idea to idea? I'm telling you, fall in love with the fears that keep coming up on your body and realize your body is a lie detector. It's trying to teach you. It's trying to show you how you really feel. Thank it for showing you. Stop fearing that. I had a client who come to me who said, the anxiety, since we've been doing the releasing work, the anxiety's become very strong. And I had to say to her, and I reassured her. I said, I'm really sorry it feels so intense, but what I want you to know, it's not you. It cannot hurt you. It's distracting, it's uncomfortable, but the more you're willing to sit behind it and let it go. Well, she's taken that on board. She's sitting behind it. She's letting go. She's about to overcome something so great. Her life is going to change so miraculously because of taking that chance. Are you willing to take a chance to fall in love with your fears and anxieties? Not because you want to embrace them, but because they're giving you an opportunity to actually let them go. That's the magic. If you like this video, give me a like and a subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. See you at the next one.